Good morning and welcome. It's July 4th. The 4th. It's the 4th. Wow. July 4th. Boy, our country is celebrating its independence. It's 249 years. Wow. I thought it was 250. 76 from 2025 makes it 249 years. Next year will be 250 years old. It's hard to believe. Our country's so young. But now we're faced with fighting CPS. I'm your host, Bob Pace. It was terrible yesterday with Leica from South Africa. She is so desperate right now. There's no support groups for her or anything. Hey, Margaret King, I haven't talked to you in ages. Welcome to my live stream. Margaret King has been on before. Vincent Davis is her attorney, and she got a criminal matter dismissed at the help of Vincent Davis. What's the latest now, Margaret King, with your case? What's the latest? What's Mr. Davis doing for you? Now, the reason why I say Mr. Davis, oh boy, what's this come up here? I don't want to save that. He is the attorney who sponsors this live stream. He's the creator, and I've been working for him for a long time, since 2016. That's 14 years. I've been fighting CPS for 15 years. Oh, I get so confused. See, 2015 to 25. Oh, 9 years I've known Mr. Davis. I've been fighting CPS for 15 years. Okay. Had to do some reality checks there. But it's a warm welcome because all of you are faced, and I keep saying CPS. What is CPS? To most of you may not know, it's the Child Protection System is what I call CPS. It has different names in every county and every state. Like North Carolina has 100 counties. So there's 100 different names in North Carolina. Well, if you multiply times 50 states, if every state had the same number of counties, which they don't, that's a lot of counties, a lot of different names. So I just use the Child Protection System, or CPS. Now, some of these names may be Department of Children and Family Services, or Department of Children's Services, or Child Protection Services, or the Cabinet. But they all mean one thing. It's a federal government entity that was created in 1962 by Congress that told social services to protect our children from neglect and abuse. They formed social workers and formed the many different CPS, the Child Protection Systems, the many systems found in every county and every state. It's also worldwide. I'm trying to learn a lot about worldwide. It's very complex, especially like you take a look at South Africa. They have three capitals, and their government split three ways. It's very confusing. In fact, all the government in the world can be confusing. It's hard enough to know about our own. Anyway, Margaret says there's 6 months review hearing coming up next week. I don't know what to expect, only what I've been reading about it. I have an appointment to discuss it with your attorney, Mr. Davis. Good, good. Oh, the 6 months hearing, you should be done with your plan. You should be on the plan now, reuniting with your children. And Vincent Davis will get you there. He'll get you there. Just listen to him, and he'll guide you. Now, I keep mentioning Mr. Davis. He is an attorney, but he's a special kind of attorney. He's an attorney that fights CPS. He's trained and licensed and skilled in the areas of juvenile law, family law, and dependency law. That's the kind of law you need for CPS. You need those three areas. It's very important you have those three areas because it takes a special kind of attorney to navigate because CPS is hard. It's difficult. Fighting CPS is like open heart surgery. You need a professional like a doctor. Well, in CPS, they're called attorneys, and they're specialized attorneys. You got to make sure you get the right kind because you don't want to waste money on the wrong ones. You don't want to get one like in criminal law or immigration that won't help you. You need someone that knows and has fought CPS and gotten back. And that's what Mr. Davis has done. That's what Mr. Davis has done. Hello, Tonya Stevens. How is it possible for a judge to accept an affidavit from a caseworker that was not present for removal? I don't know. What did your attorney do? My question is that what did the attorney do with that scenario? What did the attorney do? Now, Margaret says CPS is saying that I've compiled with everything, I'm doing well. However, she dropped the bomb on me and said they're going for a TPR due to two psychological assessments indicating that I would benefit from unification services. I think you meant to say not benefit. A 2PR, if you're no, there's something fishy. They said the psychologist stated I would not benefit from unification service. Okay. Question. What psychiatrist is that? Is that your psychiatrist that you hired through your medical plan? Or is that the social worker psychologist? Tanya Stavian says absolutely nothing. Where are you from? Tanya, where are you from? What part of the world are you from, Tanya? So your attorney did nothing. Well, that's what you're supposed to get attorneys for. Now, if you're using a court-appointed attorney, that's bad news because they're friends of CPS and they work for CPS and they'll help it there. And thank you for the happy 4th, Margaret. I want to wish everybody a happy 4th. We should be happy, but a lot of us can't because our families are apart. My daughter was tricked into divorcing her parents by a really sick social worker that lied and committed perjury on the witness stand. That lied. And she wanted to retaliate. So she told her daughter to emancipate from your parents, divorce your mom and dad, your brothers, your grandma, grandfather, aunts, and uncles and cousins. Also change your name, which she did, and then seal your new birth certificate with the foster care families. You got your new name. And then what? You can also get a second social security card and double dip for my retirement plan, taking twice what you're supposed to take for benefits. See, when you reach a certain age, if older people still have young children, they get additional aid from their retirement plan to help take care of those children. Anyway, she got a second social security card and she was double dipping twice. The money wasn't going to go to her, it was going to the grandparents. Now, Margaret says CPS is saying I comply with everything I'm doing. However, she dropped the bomb. It says that you want to go TPR. I don't know why. And something about a psychiatrist. Now, Ashwin Rail War. We witnessed this incident live. You can watch recording footage here. I can't load that. I have to do that by hand. So I can't see that footage. Margaret King says, even though I'd done everything to comply, CPS stated, well, I understand that, Margaret, but you still hadn't answered my question. Who is the psychiatrist? Who employed the psychiatrist? Is that your psychiatrist or CPS's psychiatrist? Texas. Tanya Stevens is from Texas. Okay. And Margaret says 2 psychiatrists. Who are these psychiatrists? Where'd they come from? Based only on that and solely on the psychiatrist's recommendations. Well, no, because you haven't told me. I think these psychiatrists are CPS's psychiatrists, or it could be a social worker, which they're not licensed to be psychiatrists. Tanya says her attorney was court appointed. That's why nothing was done. That's the problem about using court appointed attorneys. You may save a nickel, but you'll lose your battle. They're currently placed with the eldest daughter. I'm praying they don't yank them from her. I hope they don't either. But Margaret, I've asked you 3 or 4 times. Who are these psychiatrists? Are the ones that you hired, or the ones that CPS hired, or are they CPS workers? Now, Tanya says from Texas, 3 attorneys. One told them to just sign the papers and they wouldn't. Well, okay, Tanya, anybody that forces you to sign something, you do not sign. That's wrong. That is wrong. And why do you have 3 court-appointed attorneys, Tanya Stevens from Texas? Okay, Margaret, there's what I thought it was. They were hired by CPS. Of course they're going to be biased. You have to have your own psychiatrist. If there's CPS from psychiatrists, that's wrong. And Vince will be able to fight that. So that's good news. But you've got to have your own psychiatrist to check you out. You got to have your own, Margaret. You got to have your own. Margaret's from Kern County, California. And she's trying to get back her children. She's hired Mr. Davis to be her attorney. Now, if you're going to text messages, what really helps me, you make a question or a comment about CPS, and then you state your first name, your city or county, your state, and if you're outside the United States, put your country. Also, please tell me about your CPS case from the beginning to where you're at. Now, oops, I lost that there. Okay. We do have people from other countries. We have from Indonesia, Bangladesh, India. Then we have the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and then Libya. Then over to Africa, we have Liberia, and we have Sudan, and Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and then the provinces in South Africa. Then we go up to Europe. It's the United Kingdom. We have England, Scotland, Wales, and then we have Denmark and Sweden. Then across the pond to North America, we have Canada. And then we have the United States, all 50 states, including Washington, D.C. So this has an international flavor in it because everybody needs help. I'm here to help you all. And we can take a case by case, and everybody in this room will help me too. Everybody will help me to be in this room. Now, besides text and messages and tell me who you are and where you're from, you can also be a guest on my live stream. Now, I'm on twice a day, 7 days a week. That's 14 live streams. I've been doing this since October 2023. That's 21 months. Twice a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. Today is a holiday, but I'm here and I have a nighttime show at 7 o'clock. Now, the being guest, you just pick one of the 14 shows and email it to our producer. Her email is grace@vincentwdavis.com. So all you have to do is say I want to Bob's Sunday morning live stream, or I want to be a Bob's Friday night live stream, or Bob's Wednesday morning live stream. You just tell her in your email, evening or morning, and then you put down one day of the week, Sunday through Sunday. And also, she'll send you the link, which will take you to StreamYard, which is a software application I use. I broadcast on YouTube. And thank you for the emojis. There's Christy Carlson Stanley. Thank you. Oh, Sless Carlson Stanley and Margaret King. Thank you for the thumbs up. Emojis are nice. There's smiley faces and hearts, and also there are stars too. There are some rules you got to watch being a guest, such as there's no eating on the show or smoking on the show, and there's no profanity on the show. Please do not use the names of children, social workers, or judges. Now, another way you can interact in this live stream is to call in 626-698-0990. Let me check to make sure my number's live. It should be live. I have received calls. Oh. They should use your own psychiatrist. Don't listen to them. Vincent will help you. All right, Margaret? Tanya Stevens from Texas. They didn't sign anything because they fired the first one. The second one didn't re-listen for to us, and when he did, and finally used what was told him was too late. We're now in a Supreme Court. That's bad. Margaret says these people are completely twisted. First, the CPS worker start out with the strange how well I'm doing and complying with everything. And right before she ended the conversation, she dropped a bombshell on me and stated they're going for a TPR due to the psychic. Okay, that is their psychiatrist. Again, you have to use your own psychiatrist. Unification benefits do. They do benefit. No, you need to see the reports. You need to have it, your psychiatrist go over their psychiatrist reports. You need help to change the things there. You need help to change the things. It's really, 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 really bad. Hold on one second here. Hold on one. Okay, I'm back. Sorry I had to leave there. Hello, Kayla. So glad to see you. That's what Margaret's saying, Kayla. That's what Margaret's saying. Kayla is from Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and she's interested in hiring thing. I think they're also psychiatrists, social workers too. I think they're that too. Yes, the purpose is to see if you're suited as a parent. They always say parents are crazy. They always try to prove that. Wow. Margaret says, well, it's probably because they know you got a Vincent Davis. So they're trying to intimidate you. You need to tell Vincent Davis these things. You have a meeting we come up with a Margaret, and you got to sit down and talk to him. Oh. Where's the bread? This is supposed to be the bread. That is that's hard, Margaret, because they're trying to railroad you, Margaret. Now, Kayla from Wisconsin says, I just saw the psychiatrist the other day, and I can barely even talk about my case. He was said, "Wow, you're severely traumatized." Well, I bet you would be in a case like that. That's terrible. Be careful of those psychiatrists. They're bad news. You want to make sure you use your own psychiatrist. Don't trust the social workers. They love to do a TPR, termination of parental rights. That's wrong. Margaret, you got to fight that. Don't let these social workers do what they're trying to do, bully you around. That's what they are. They're big bullies. They're big, big bullies. Yeah, be careful. True. Only the judge can make that order. Yes, you're right, but the CPS can ask for it. I found out this is Kayla from Wisconsin. I found out that my trial for the first case is the first week in August. Totally not prepared. I found a psychiatrist who will do the bonding study, but I don't get visits with my first child. How do I go? Well, Kayla, I offered you Vincent Davis, who will come and defend you. He's a great attorney and will relieve you, and you can get your daughter back and have visitations. Also, have you had a chance to talk to Vincent Davis? Remember, I set you up for a time to talk to him. Did you ask those important questions you're supposed to ask? Hi, Dorothy. Happy 4th of July. Welcome. This is Dorothy Cook from North Carolina that has 100 counties. That has 100 counties. You should be able to get bonds of those reports, Margaret. And I really appreciate the warm welcome, Dorothy Cook. Bartley, happy 4th of July. I know that she's from Montana, with Betty Joe and Bartley from the same state. Oh, good. Scheduled for the 11th with Vincent. All right. Glad to hear that. Kayla, that's so important. You ask those important questions. It's so important. Now, Dorothy is saying Ashwin Rail War, this instant live. You can watch recorded footage. It has the links. I must have missed that question from him. Hold on a second. Did I miss that question? Didn't think I did, but I'm trying to find out where he's from. Earlier, we had Tanya Stevens from Texas, and of course, Margaret King from Kern County in California. We have Dorothy Cook from North Carolina and Bartley from Montana. The bill that just passed that Trump got through has no bearing on CPS. It has no bearing. What's right now with CPS is Doge is investigating CPS. That's what Doge is doing. I learned so much about this system that I can easily predict what the next step will be. You're right. Once you know CPS, I've been doing this for 15 years. They are bad news. They are bad news. So, what I recommend is for Margaret King to do your own psychologist report. You don't want to use the CPS, it's contaminated. They're not, they would not be, they'll be so biased. That's wrong. That's wrong. Good point, Bartley. Good point about your valuations. Does anybody want to call in? My number is available 626 698 0990. I'd love to have someone else talk besides myself. We have about 15 minutes left of this live stream. It's never too late. Well, you need to talk with Mr. Davis when you meet him about that. Evaluation could be done in a week. Thank you, Dorothy. My number is available for anyone who wants to call in. Good morning and welcome to my live stream. This is Bob Pace, and who do I have the pleasure of talking to? Hi, Daryl Wilson. Have we talked before? Okay, glad to meet you, Daryl. And what part of the world are you from? You're in Ohio. What's the name of the county? Prairie. Okay. And do you have a story to tell or do you have a question to ask? Okay. Well, start from the beginning. If you have a story there, start with the knock at the door, how it got started. Okay. You never saw the warrant? It's called a warrant, is what they're trying to do for removal. Now, did you see that? Well, see, you didn't see that, so why did you give up the child? You said you need to see a warrant. Well, you could have looked at the document. Okay. What did your wife say that the papers were? Okay. The court to do what? So, and why is that? What did you do? What neglect or abuse you do to the baby? Well, if you asked them that, what did they say? What did they say? Well, they have to have something. Have you tried to talk to a supervisor? And the CPS worker said that the supplies. That's why I didn't get the papers, sir. Which she could have pulled it to the cops and had the cops hand it to me. Yeah. I was sitting in the car the whole time and recording every bit of it. And they told me they was kidnapping my baby. And they didn't care what I had to say. They still don't care what I had to say. I don't know what I wanted to with him. But that's going to send me to hell. And that's the last thing I need. But I've had some bad thoughts here lately. And I don't know what to do. Okay, so they took the children. Did they talk to you about reunification or what was their plan? No, they didn't talk to me about nothing. And are you the biological father? Yes, yes, I am. Do you have a birth certificate with your name on it? Yes, I do. And do you have a driver's license with your name on it? Well, that's all you need to show them, that you are the father and you have every right to be accused or be told what you did wrong.
They can't tell me nothing that I've done wrong.
Well, then you need to tell them they need to return the child to you. Do you have an attorney? Okay. Well, the court-appointed attorney, you're just good that you don't have one because they're worthless.
Dragging them, trying to get her placed with her older daughter. And, well, they went to the house and they've come up with all kinds of stuff wrong at the house. And I've been fixing everything they say, and then they come back and they say something else is wrong. And it's just like they just want to keep her from us. And like I said, I've not did nothing wrong for them to even take her from me.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. They threatened my older daughter. They come to the house the day they took the baby. They come to the house where my older daughter and my wife lived, and they threatened my daughter to take her baby from her if she didn't tell them where we was at, and let them in the house. Well, she let them in the house, and they come in. They even kicked in a bedroom door that was padlocked shut, saying that my wife was hiding out in there with the baby.
Oh boy! Now, who kicked the door down?
Sheriff's Department.
You have a lawsuit against the sheriff's department.
That's what I've been telling her.
You know, the only time that people can come into your home, you got to think of your home as your castle. In medieval times, they had a drawbridge to the castle. When the drawbridge is up, the castle's closed. You're not allowed in. The same works with your home. If your front door is locked and shut, then don't answer the door. Don't make any sound. Be quiet. And eventually leave. The only time the police come into a home is if you let them in, or a family member lets them in, or someone lets them in.
Yeah.
That's the only way you do it. And so that's where it's always wrong. You got to tell your family members, don't let anybody in there. Because too many people have been killed. Oh, jeez. Well, the thing is, were you guys talking to him, or are you being quiet? See what you got to do, all of you. And hi, Leica Hetzenberg from South Africa. Happy 4th of July. I know you guys don't celebrate our independence here, but it's our independence today. I'm saying hello to one of my regulars here, Leica Hetzenberg from South Africa. See, I have people from all over there. Don't give up. You're at the right place. It's going to be kind of hard with only about 5 minutes left of I have of my live stream. But I'm on again tonight, tomorrow, and again I'm twice a day, every day of the week, 14 live streams. So you'll have no fret. You'll have no fret there. Well, you need to get a real attorney. Now, did you know that by you talking to me on the show that you qualify for a free 15-minute private Zoom consultation with one of the best attorneys in the country, Vincent Davis? Would you like that? Would you like to talk to him? Well, I can give you a free 15-minute private Zoom consultation with him. All I need you to do is to text me at my number, the number you called in, 626-698-0990. your full name, your email, and your phone number. Those three things. Text it to me, and then within a week, we'll set you a time to meet with Mr. Davis. There you can make your list of questions to ask them. Make a list, prioritize them, the ones you want answered first. And there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, hold on one second, sir. Like Herzenberg, I need you, Hartzenberg, I need email, your email, so I can send you the documentation that Christina Reynoso from Las Vegas, Nevada, has prepared for you for your case in South Africa. So you need to email me, like she talks to me on the show from time to time. She has a bad case. Her husband turned out to be a pedophile and ruined her child. They got married. She's a 40-year-old woman. She got married late, and they on their wedding night they had their child, and then she caught him being a pedophile with his with her child. So it ruined her marriage. It ruined her life about men, and it just it's and where she's at a poor. She lives in the garage. She has a poor life over there. Yeah. So yep, yep. I agree. I agree. Well, we can work through this. I think what you need to do is you need to talk to Vincent Davis, which you can do so. That's the start.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
well, he is, but he's a pit bull of attorney. He has won millions of dollars in civil lawsuits against CPS, and he's got back thousands of children. Right now, he's working with Margaret King, who's in the room. So if you want to talk to Margaret King about what kind of attorney he is, she can give you a reference for Vincent Davis. So, yeah, understood. Understood. Yeah, he is. He has no question about that. But he's definitely, yeah, I know it's hard, but I have a rule number 4 that is how to search on the internet. You go to Google browser, you type in your county or city, and then you put your state, and then right after that, you put the letter CPS. And then you sit there and say, I want an attorney, a juvenile law, family law, and dependency law attorney. And all these names will pop up, and then you have to interview 2 of them. Vince could be your third one, but you want to get 3 quotes from 3 people. Now, Vince is $500 an hour. It varies from place to place. Some are 200, some are 1,000. It all depends. And retainers, like in LA County, his retainer starts at $5,000. But in your attorneys in Ohio, they'll have a retainer. But first step to do is you need to find out a qualified attorney to talk to. You don't want to waste your time to criminal attorneys or other kinds of attorneys. It's a waste of time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. That sounds good. Is that your wife in the background? Well, good that maybe you've patched things up because family is important. I'm glad you called in from Ohio. I'm glad you did. Well, I'm here twice a day. These people come in here. Leica talked to me last night, yesterday morning. These people talk. Dorothy's in here every day. So the more times you hear, the more you learn, and the more you help one another. Some of these people in here email each other. Some of the people actually, Bartley and Betty Joe, who are in both Montana, have seen each other. then Christina Reynosa in Las Vegas is dealing with 3 or 4 people, and she's trying to help out people on the West Coast in Wilmington, Delaware. There's a lady up there, a 40-year-old lady that was in foster care all her life, and they kept her on drugs, and they still keep her on drugs. And it's wrong because she's really been messed up, and so they came after her children. So there's lots of things there, but people are really helpful in this room. They really are. Leica, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, I have now, my time's up. It's 11 o'clock, a little after 11. And I want to thank you all for coming into my room. And I know you probably didn't answer everything, but, I wanted to sum things up. We have the gentleman from Ohio who sounds like he really had a shyster of a CPS outfit. Didn't tell what he's being neglect or abuse. But we'll get through this. Dorothy Cook from North Carolina, thank you very much for coming in and all that you say. Leica from South Africa, I'm so glad you're here again. Please send me your email. Who else we have? Margaret King, who has hired Vincent Davis, who has a meeting come up. Make sure you ask him those important questions and get a psychiatrist that isn't hired by CPS so you can counteract that. And Bartley, it's good to see you from Montana. Thank you very much for dropping in. Let me see who else we have here. Kayla from Wisconsin. Thank you, Kayla, for dropping in. She's interested in hiring Vincent Davis, so I've given her a quote. Let me see what else. Kayla. Let me see who else we have here. Worried I may have left something out here. Margaret, or we talked about Margaret. Oh, Tanya Stevens. She's from Texas. And she had a screwy judge that just lied. Yeah, it seems something in common with everybody. But I want to say that I'm concluding my show, but do not stop fighting for your family or your children. Don't give up hope. And come here and I'll give you encouragement. And also, there'll be a nice message at the end of my live stream from my attorney, Vincent Davis. Please listen to it. Now, I'll be on again tonight at 7 p.m. Even though it's a holiday, I'll be here for you guys. I'll be here as I have been. So please tune in at 7 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast of California. And it's only an hour long, and fireworks start at 9 o'clock here at the beach. So we have a good area to watch fireworks at. But anyway, I got to go. I want you all to have a beautiful day. Enjoy your picnics or eating out or time with family. All right? Cherish your time with family. And God bless you. And this is Bob Pace signing off. Listen to the message from Vincent Davis at the end of my.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against it, it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce him. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last ones left. Put your faith